Hey guys, welcome to the first episode recap of The Amazing Race. Okay, they're in LA this season. There's 11 teams. They're arriving by bus. They have to get their clue, which is on their suitcases as usual, and then find public transportation. I think this is like the first time that they actually made them take public transportation right on the get-go. But only the first 3 out of the 11 teams are going to be on the first flight to Santiago, Chile. Yeah, all the others are going to be an hour late. So, of course, the gay brother. Well, see, now there's a team with brothers, and one of them is gay. And there's a team with Miss Teen South Carolina that didn't know how to read a map. And, of course, the gay brother on the other team knew word for word what the answer to Miss Teen South Carolina's question was. Is that really necessary? And then he was talking smack to the, I call them Ebony and Ivory, Carol and Brandy. I guess they're also known as newly dating lesbian couple. Okay, so once they figured out that they needed to take the public transportation, some of them ended up taking the metro, and some of them ended up trying to go by bus. The bus arrived first. And when they got to the airport, Jordan of Jeff and Jordan asked for tickets to China. It was a typo. Come on. All right, so the first 3 teams that were on the first flight, Jeff and Jordan, also known as Team Big Brother, Monique and Shawne, the lady lawyers, and Dana and Adrian, the high school sweethearts. Well, there was a flight delay. There was some kind of mechanical failure. There was a delay, and Ebony and Ivory team, Brandy, was praying for mechanical failure, so I think it was pretty much due to her. Not really. All right, so once they get to where they're going, they have to take a bus to Valparaiso, Chile. And the Cowboys got the wrong kind of money, so they kind of got delayed getting on the bus because for some reason they got Brazilian money. But Brazilian money is crap in Chile. So once they got there, they had to go to the Ascensor Villaseca, which is like this funicular thing where you go up the hill. It's kind of like the thing in Canada, in Quebec. So there's a roadblock. It's cable walking for one. You have to walk a cable the length of a football field, and it's like really high up and scary and windy and scary and windy. So the brother fell, Daniel of the non-gay brother, gay brother team. Brandy of the dating lesbians, Ebony and Ivory, was freaking out. I was praying for a mechanical failure for her, but it didn't happen. She barely made it though. And then Adrian of the high school sweethearts, big burly football type player guy, he fell and he couldn't get back up. The safety guy had to come out and like tow him back in, and he had to start over. I felt bad for him. I thought he was going to like blast through that, you know, being a big strong guy. Not so. So once they're finished with the cable walking, they had to take the Ascensor Artielliera down the hill by funicular. You know, the car on wheels that goes. All right, so once they're done, it's time for a detour. They had to paint the town. Apparently in Chile, in that town anyway, there's lots of colorful houses on the road. And they get messed up because there's lots of sunshine and rain, I'm supposing. So the teams all had to get 4 cans of paint each, 2 brushes, and a ladder. They had to find the house on the street that was the same color as their paint and paint the parts that weren't finished. Sounds pretty easy, huh? We'll tell that to the gay brother, non-gay brother, because Daniel dropped the paintbrush and they couldn't freaking find it. Steve and Allie, the father-daughter, they went into someone's house and started painting a room on the inside of someone's house, and the guy didn't really speak English, and he was just like, what the hell are they doing here? They suck at painting. Who are they? And then when they were done, they showed the guy the clue, and they were like, do you have one for us? And he was like, no. And Louie and Michael, the cops, they ended up painting some graffiti out on a wall before they figured out that they should be painting somebody's house. All right, so after you're done painting the town, you had to make your way on foot to the Palazzo Barbarizza, which is the first pit stop. Jeff and Jordan arrived first. You know, Team Big Brother, the one I've been waiting for. They won a trip for two to Vancouver. And the second stupidest team, Brent and Katie, arrived in second place. Go figure, the dumbest teams on the race end up first and second. Well, Brent and Katie couldn't check in because they didn't take the funicular down the hill. They walked. So they ended up with a 30-minute penalty, and they arrived in seventh place by the time it was time for them to check in. Second place, Monique and Shawne, the lady lawyers. In third place, Jet and Cord, the cowboys, which are Kristen's favorite in the race. Dan and Jordan, they arrived fourth. You know, the gay, not gay brother. But they got a 15-minute penalty for losing the brush. So they ended up in eighth place. Then Steve and Allie, the father-daughter, they came in fourth. Joe and Heidi, the married parents, came in fifth. Carol and Brandy, Ebony and Ivory, they came in sixth. Louie and Michael, that is the cops, came in ninth. 10th place, Jody and Shannon, the grandma and the granddaughter, they came in 10th. And in last place, Dana and Adrian, the high school sweethearts. It just so turns out that he fell a second time and he ran out of time. So they were hoping for a non-elimination, but it wasn't. So they were eliminated. I got to give him a lot of credit, though. He didn't give up. And, you know, I think some other teams may have given up. Next time, it's all about alliances. Or did these Jack A's forget that they were not in high school anymore? Till next time, much love.